First, we're going to talk about your brand identity. We'll cover the next 5 main topics, which is your color scheme, your fonts and typography, your tagline, your mission statement, and your logo. Let's jump right on into it. Yeah, so this color scheme. The main thing we want to make sure you guys know about this color scheme is you want to kind of limit your colors to about maybe 2 or 3 colors.
For sure.
Nothing more, Why do we suggest that?
The reason being is for a couple of reasons. The first reason that I can think of off the top of my head is because, you don't want to confuse your brand. A lot of times people tend to incorporate more than 2 or 3 colors, let's say like 4 or 5. And then the problem that you're going to run into most likely is the dominance factor. So which color is going to be the most dominant color? Which is going to lead the charge, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, with that, you have to keep that in mind. So limit your color palette to 2 or 3 colors will help you to narrow down your focus and increase your brand awareness. I always like to say less is more, and that's very true, especially when it comes to branding.
That's right. Another thing to take into consideration also is how much it's going to cost, like when it comes to that printing. So you may not know, but once it comes to custom printing, you will be charged per color scheme. So if you have 4, 5, 6 different colors, you're gonna have 4, 5, 6 different setup fees for each color scheme. So you kind of want to take that into consideration as well.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
So that could save you money as well. So those are 2 main reasons why you want to keep your color scheme to 2 to 3 colors. Some people even go 1 color. I always suggest 2 just to have that contrast, but of course it's totally up to you.
Right.
Now that's not to say if you do utilize more than 3 colors that it won't work, because some logos do require that.
Right.
I've seen a lot of restaurant logos to where it's a character or something that someone drew out as a vector, and of course that's gonna have details in it, which requires more than 3 colors. So, that's an example of that. So if you go that route, you'll be totally fine. You just have to make sure that your logo is in good quality and vectorized.
That's right. And when it comes to choosing those colors, you want to consider the psychology of colors, because every color invokes a different emotion in your target audience. So you kind of want to consider that as well.
For sure. So, that could speak to, think of a spot business. Those colors are nice and calm. You might see your fuchsias, your blues, your light greens, those types of colors. And basically, they just want to create that calming effect, because when you go to a spot, what are you there to do? Relax.
That's right.
So it just makes sense to, go that route. Now, for instance, with the sports agency, that type of brand, the colors may be a little bit more bold. You might see a little bit more red, your oranges, even your blacks. So, colors play a huge part into, businesses and how they present themselves to the world.
That's right. Like another example can be McDonald's and Wendy's, how they utilize that red and yellow color scheme for their brands. With red, it's like more of alert type color, so it makes you want to eat, and with their marketing, it works. So that's another good example to kind of follow when it comes to the importance of colors and what kind of effect it can have on your target audience.
Most definitely. And to be honest with you, you may not even realize it, but it can really play into your subconscious.
Definitely.
And have you ever watched a commercial and you see the burger spinning and you see the the juices dripping off of it, all type of stuff? What does it do? It makes you hungry.
Yes, it makes you hungry.
That all ties into advertising and marketing. So.
Yep. So that color scheme, you guys want to make sure you have that on lock. Again, you want to limit your colors to about 2 or 3. You want to consider that when it comes to paying for your printing in the long term. You will also go with the vibrant colors if you choose to do vibrant. Go with warm if you choose to do warm, but stick with the psychology of colors.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
You won't lose.